Is GOAT the sports movie of the year? Is it the movie that you have to watch? And is it one of Sony Pictures Animation's best movies? Well, here's my review and my thoughts, the good, the bad, and everything I didn't like. Goat tells the story of Will, a small goat who gets the opportunity to play in a sports league called Raw Ball. This is almost like basketball. It's a brutal, full contact sport that's intergender. It usually only features the bigger and faster animals. He joins the violent Thorns, where he is mocked and underestimated by his teammates until he proves himself. The story is also kind of like a David versus Goliath type of story with the underdog who proves that he actually belongs on the battlefield. The movie is predictable, but that's okay. Sometimes when something is predictable, it can still be good. From the start, you know how the story is gonna go. It follows the typical sports movie formula, and that's not a bad thing. That's actually kind of comforting, and Goat proves that you can still use this formula and tell a new immersive story because this story is executed with a lot of heart and amazing humor, and it also helps that the animation looks phenomenal. I was hooked from the opening scene, even though I knew where this movie is heading. The emotions and humor really sell this movie. What really stood out for me was how this movie made me feel. It's a wholesome, emotional, funny ride that I think everyone will enjoy unless you have a really hard heart. And yes, it almost got a tear out of me one or two times. At the same time, it balances those big emotional moments with really funny, relatable moments. The humor is a little meta, a little self aware, and it also has a lot of pop culture references that I genuinely enjoyed. Caleb McLaughlin stars as Will, and his voice work instantly makes the character likable. He's easy to root for, he's grounded, humble, and just a fun character to get to know. Gabrielle Union plays Jet, an aging jaguar who happens to be Will's idol but soon becomes his rival when he joins the team. The dynamic between them is great. And when they finally start working together or when their relationship starts to evolve, the movie just keeps getting better. And the standout for me was Nick Kroll's Komodo dragon called Moto. He is funny, a little weird, but an entertaining character to watch. Visually, this movie is stunning. It looks amazing. It perfectly combines the real world elements with wildlife elements or bush wilderness elements, if you would like to call it that. Almost like Zootopia, but it takes it to another level. The animation was done by the same teams behind the Spider Verse movie, as well as K pop Demon Hunters, so you know exactly what you are in for. The world feels alive and lived in, and Raw Ball also looks amazing. Each stadium or each arena is something totally different. It kind of feels like a video game at times. In fact, I think this movie might actually make a great video game. The animal designs are also awesome. And here's the thing, Will kind of looks like Stephen Curry. That's just my opinion. And Stephen Curry is one of the producers. He also stars as one of Will's teammates. The soundtrack is also excellent, blending urban beats with natural sounds, as well as having a great soundtrack. There are even a few diss tracks in this movie, which I think were hilarious. One was done by Stephen Curry. The sound design also adds to the intensity of the sport and the world itself. My final thoughts is GOAT is proof that original animated movies can still be successful. They still have a place in our cinemas and they're still great to watch. If K-pop Demon Hunters proved anything, is that people enjoy movies that are relatable, that has great songs, great characters, and that's also funny. And the animation is also something unique. The movie is for the whole family. It's best to watch it on the big screen. So definitely make sure you book your tickets. And it reminded me of why sport underdog stories are so much fun. And because of all of this, I'm giving Goat 4 out of 5. The only reason I brought it down to 1 star is because of the predictability. And yeah, I might have wanted something a little more. But I can see this become a franchise, and hopefully I'll get more in the future. So go watch Goat, let me know what you think, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. See you at the movies.